Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Debbie Coombs and I'm Executive Director for Curriculum, and we're just about to show you a short presentation on built environment which encompasses electrical technical, construction crafts and plumbing and building services. And at the end of the presentation, what we'll do is we'll take any questions for you. Okay, here we go, hoping that the technology works.
I've got no sound, Debbie.
Okay. Any sound, Mark?
No, still no sound, sorry.
I'll share mine.
Thanks, Maddie. Sorry, ladies and gents, technical hitch. My computer's not doing sound, so Maddie's going to just share her screen. Thanks, Maddie.
It's all right, it should be coming up. Shout if you can hear it. Hopefully you can.
Hello everybody.
Yes, can hear it.
I'd like to wish you all a very warm welcome to the Built Environment Campus. Within the Built Environment Campus, you'll find the Head of School for Construction, Mark Ames, the Head of School for Building Services and Engineering and Plumbing, David Warren, and the Head of School for Electrical Technical, Stuart Hart. I'd now like to hand over to Mark Ames.
Hello, my name is Mark Ames. I'm the Head of Construction for West Suffolk College. If you have a practical, hands-on, and you're that type of person who likes working outside, you may be considering brickwork. Brickwork requires you to be patient and work to strict measurements and controls. Progression after completion of the brickwork level 1 is either onto the level 2 course, or even you may consider an apprenticeship. There are many excellent job opportunities out there at the moment, with lots of construction projects coming up in our local area. Another area in construction that we offer is carpentry.
Lost the sound, Maddie.
An apprenticeship with one of the many carpentry and joinery companies that we work with. If you are more of a creative nature, you may be considering our painting and decorating course, involving painting, wall covering, spraying, and many other different decorative effects. Progression also is through our level 2 course and also an apprenticeship within the painting and decorating trade. If you are unsure of which trade to follow or wish to enter the trade of property maintenance, we can offer you our construction crafts and property maintenance course. Within this course, you will learn the basic principles of bricklaying, painting, decorating, carpentry, plastering, rendering, and plumbing. Completion of this course would allow entry into our level 2 program of property maintenance, which is sponsored by Flagship Homes. Flagship Homes is a large maintenance company which looks after numerous properties within the east of England. Completion of the course, a guaranteed interview with Flagship Homes for one of their apprenticeships. Our Construction Built Environment course is a Level 3 BTEC course going over 2 years. It is designed for those that wish to enter construction management or maybe surveying or even becoming an architect. Completion of this will allow progression onto an HNC, a Higher National Certificate or Higher National Diploma, or even will gain you points to allow you to progress onto university. Our Anglian Water Alliances course will provide a basic groundwork level 2 qualification, but that qualification is sponsored by Anglian Water. Completion of this course will guarantee an interview with Anglian Water for an apprenticeship with one of their alliance partners.
Thank you, Mark. My name is David Warren and I am Head of Building Services Engineering and Plumbing here at the Built Environment. Our provision is at present, we currently offer Level 1 Diploma in Plumbing, which is a foundation course into the realm of plumbing. We also offer a Level 2 Technical in Plumbing, which is our more in-depth course, which covers things like hot water, cold water, central heating and drainage, etc. Also new for 2020, we have Level 2 Building Services Engineering, and this is a multi-skills type course for Building Services Engineering, which covers refrigeration, air conditioning, heating and vent, plumbing and electrical. Our suite of courses complement one another and allow for potential progression both into industry via an apprenticeship and also full employment. I would love to consider you for the School of Building Services Engineering and welcome your application, or if you would just like to find out more, please feel free to call and speak to a member of my team. All our courses are recognised by industry and can lead to many different roles within the building services engineering sector. With regards to our employer and industry encounters, we have many different employers and industry experts that give their time to come into the college to do tech talks and demonstrations. The students find these very informative and gives them a glimpse of what to expect in the workplace. It is also a chance for students to network and make future contacts. We encourage enrichment and we annually have students who are able to take part in both regional and national competitions like the HIP Apprentice of the Year, which we have had previous winners and finalists, and also World Skills UK, where we do heats. What makes us different? Well, I'd like to think that we have a wealth of industry knowledge within our friendly team, and this comes across in both our theory and workshop sessions. Our vast and industry equipped workshop is bang up to date, meeting the needs of a growing sector and a local job market. Progression. The impact of coming into the West Suffolk College and doing a course within Building Services Environment and Plumbing is that we see a great majority of our students return as apprentices and then go into doing their chosen career out in industry. I feel that this is a reflection of both our passion to teach and our employer links. Do watch the college fly through and see our facilities, the workshop and classrooms, etc. And I look forward to seeing your application. I'm now going to hand you over to Stuart Hart.
Hello, I'm Stuart Hart and I'm the Head of Department for the Electrotechnical courses here at West Suffolk College. Unlike Mark and Dave, we're actually based on the sixth form campus site, having recently moved from MILBURN, so we're now building new workshops and developing an even better facility than we previously had last year down at TMC. My staff and myself, we're all industry time served. Some of us have been self-employed in the past, so we've got a full range of experience on electrical installations, domestic, commercial, industrial, as well as on the distribution network side. So we can cover all ranges and bases of knowledge for the entire electrical industry. Our courses are a varied level. We start with level 1. Level 1 is an introduction to electrical installation. It's a unitised course, so our students will take exams in health and safety, science and principles, workshop practices and so on and so forth. And it's designed as a foundation course for those who may not have got quite the academic skills that we need for level 2. Entry criteria is grade 4 for maths and 3 for English. Successful completion of level 1 means that students can move on to level 2. We also have direct entry at level 2, subject to having grade 5 maths, grade 4 English, GCSEs. The level 2 is a technical certificate, as Dave mentioned, with regards to plumbing. So it's like a GCSE in that we have one 5-part practical assessment, and then there's also a single theory exam, which is a written exam, and that's held in April. Our attendance is 3 days a week, but we do ask students to do work at home outside of those hours. Due to the nature of the course and the complexity, there is homework, unfortunately, so we do need support from parents and guardians and mentors and family members with helping our students to have the time and the quiet, if necessary, to do that work. Successful completion of level 2 means we can move on to level 3, which is the advanced diploma. The layout of the qualification is very similar to level 2, but it's more theory based. The emphasis is on advanced theory with inspection, testing and fault diagnosis units as well. So we're developing the full skill range for the student. Completion of level 2 would then mean the student would need to look towards getting an apprenticeship to complete their logbook or portfolio of evidence and their endpoint assessment, the AM2 test. Once you've completed your AM2, you are then a qualified electrician. We also offer short courses for practicing electricians who are looking to upskill. These courses are the 2391 inspection and testing. We offer portable appliance testing courses, that's the 2377, and the 18th edition wiring regulations, the 2382. All of our courses are City and Guilds accredited. Some of our staff also work for City and Guilds in writing courses and adding to syllabus requirements and assessments, etc. So we've got good links with industry that way as well. We also ask all our full-time students on level 2 and level 3 to have 30 to 40 hours work experience per year with an electrical company, and we've found over the last couple of 3 years that that has led to many offers of apprenticeships, so it's well worth taking the opportunity to go out and look for some work experience. If you've got any more questions, comments, or just anything in general, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us. We're more than happy to have a quick phone call or an email discussion about any points relating to our electrical courses. I think Mark is now going to carry on explaining some more about the college in general.
All of our courses are classed as full-time. Full-time means that you will be in 3 days a week, typically from 9:15 until 4:15. A lot of the work that you do will be practical, but there will be a theory element to each of the courses. As well as doing the actual main course, you will have to do GCSE or maybe functional skills, maths and English, if you haven't already achieved a level 4 qualification. Also included within the course are 1 hour a week. There will be a personal social development time where you will work along with your personal support tutors, and also included within the course is 40 hours work experience, which we will help you with if you cannot find an employer. All of our courses provide industry recognised qualifications from City and Guilds, from Pearson's BTECs to Gateway to EdExcel. The assessment methods for the qualifications all vary depending upon which qualification you are doing, But within most of the qualifications, there will be practical assessments, there will be verbal questionings, you will be doing online exams, or you will be handing in written assignments. To help enhance your chosen course, we like to try and include an enrichment element, either working with the NCS, the National Citizen Service, to help promote team building, and we also work with local experts and local employers to offer experiences within your chosen field. Apart from looking for a qualified operative, employers often tell us they're looking for somebody who is work ready, somebody that has had real work experience. To that end, we have developed our MILBURN Innovation Park, an area where the skills that are learned within the workshops can then be put into practice in a real working experience. At the Built Environment campus, we have a long tradition in entering competitions to show off the skills of our learners and compete at national and world levels. We have won gold medals within decorating and carpentry and won national competitions with our plumbing students. After you have achieved your qualification, what next? It's all about progression onto level 2, the next level, or even maybe into an apprenticeship. Maybe you're looking at full-time employment, or progressing even further into higher education, to progress onto a higher national certificate or higher national diploma, or even a degree in university. So now that you have seen and heard what we have to offer, please get in touch if you have any more questions, or apply online and come and start your journey into the great world of construction and become part of our outstanding campus.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the ether, thank you very much for joining us this evening. I'm just going to read through some of our questions, and our panel are here to provide answers. Earlier, before the presentation, Barnaby asked, I'd like to know how easy it is to get a job as an electrician or a plumber straight after a course or apprenticeship, or do I need to do further qualifications? Great answer there, Barnaby, and I can see that Stuart Hart has put in an answer in the chat box there. Both occupations, Barnaby, follow the same path. After you've completed your level 2 and level 3, you'll need to complete a portfolio of evidence. This is done on the job, so you must be employed. Then when this is complete, you'll complete a 3-day endpoint assessment, which is basically a trade test called your EPA, and then you're qualified. So we hope that that goes to help answer that question for you. I'm just going to scroll down now because we've had quite a lot of activity. Sydney says, this one's for you, David. Will I need to buy any equipment or clothing for the plumbing course? Take yourself off mute, David.
Rookie mistake. Thanks, Debs.
No
Hi,
worries.
Sydney. Yes, regards to the plumbing course, all materials, stuff you're using in the workshop for your different assessments and stuff like that, copper tube and bits and pieces like that, is all provided as part of the course. The only thing as tutors and staff that we'd like, obviously, for you to provide is some decent working trousers whilst you're in the workshop, some steel toe cap shoes, and there is, for each course, there is a course book that we recommend you buy that supports your learning, whether we're delivering in class, in the workshop, and obviously for this year, obviously with COVID, we do a blended approach in plumbing. So we have online lessons via Teams like this, and also in the classroom once we're allowed back. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you. Thanks, Sydney. Stewie, same question to you for electrical technical. Will I need to buy any equipment or clothing for the electrical technical courses?
Okay, well, thank you, Sydney, for your question. We ask for the same as David, with steel toe cap boots for the workshop. but we do also ask you to provide some basic hand tools. So screwdrivers, side cutters, pliers, all sort of small stuff that you can carry around in your normal college bag. The kind of things you're going to need when you get out into the world of work anyway. Again, as David said, there are course textbooks we recommend you purchase. They're not compulsory. There is one book, however, you will need to have from level 2 onwards, and that's a little book which is called the On-Site Guide to the Wiring Regulations. I've got one here. I don't know because I've got a background on whether you can see it, but there it is. That's the little book as I disappear. That's about £24–25, but that will take you all the way through level 2 and level 3, or if you're an apprentice, it will take you through the 3 years of day release of your apprenticeship. A couple of textbooks we recommend, there's various ones on offer. City and Guilds do one for each level, or there's various others out there that will cover all the levels. And again, we will provide a list of all those for you when you sign up and come and see us later in the year. List of all the equipment, list of all the books, everything else. And on top of that, of course, you do still need all the stuff you'd have at school. Your scientific calculators, pens, pencils, paper, nice lever arch folder to keep everything nice and neat and tidy in.
Lovely, thanks Stewie. And the same question, Mark, from Sophia this time around construction crafts. What kind of equipment or clothing will she need if she comes onto one of our courses?
Yeah, hi, evening, Sophia. Much the same as everybody else. The main thing that we ask for are still safety cap boots. The only other one where we have really additional piece of equipment is within painting and decorating, where we ask you to purchase a bib and brace overall, just because of the paint and everything protecting your own clothes. You might think, you know, oh my goodness, I've got to buy boots, I've got to buy overalls, I've got to buy a book, I've got to buy this and that. Depending on your family income, their student welfare or our student welfare can offer grants and that, where if you are below a certain threshold, then you can apply for this grant, which will pay for your textbooks, your overalls, your boots and that as well. So it's something definitely to look into if you think you may qualify. If you think that it might be an issue having to fork out for all these extra pieces of equipment.
Lovely, thanks Mark. And I'm going to do this one to each of you, anonymous. So hello, whoever was anonymous out there. Do I have to come in for an interview? Great question. I'm going to field that to David for plumbing and building services first, then I'll go to Stu and Mark for the rest of the courses. Thanks very much, David.
Thank you, Debbie. Well, with regards to the interview, due to COVID and how things are working at the moment, we seem to have gone completely virtual with everything, and our online interviews are done. So what that would mean is you would apply for the course to come onto plumbing. Depending on what level or what course you've applied for, it will be either myself or a member of my team who will call you at an assigned time that you will be aware of and go through the more detailed parts of the course, what is required, what grades are required, what you've got, where you could go. So you might have applied to go on to level 1, but your expected grades are good, so he would probably recommend that you start on maybe level 2, and we start from there. And also you get an idea of potentially the books and the things like your work trousers and bits and pieces that you would need to do. Back to you, Debbie.
Thanks, David. Stuart, same question to you. Do I have to come in for an interview?
As David said, we're doing everything virtually at the moment, telephone calls and the like. What we will be doing, however, later in the year is we'll be inviting everybody in to come and actually see us and have a proper look round when we're allowed to. And as I said earlier, we'll then give you information about what equipment and things you need. We can show you the books, suggest where you can get them from, and all that kind of thing. But yeah, at the moment, it's just a phone call and a good chat. So be prepared for some searching questions sometimes. And the first one I always ask everybody is, why have you applied to be an electrician? Yeah. Why have you applied to be a carpenter or a plumber? I want to know why you want to come on my course.
Because plumbing was full.
He's so
That's
cheeky.
the best.
As you can tell, we have some in-house little laughter between the boys, so it's all lovely. And last question to no, not last question, but same question to Mark. Do we have to come into an interview for anything over in construction crafts?
Yeah, it's exactly the same, really. You'll be called by your course director, and your course director will be the person who will be looking after your course. So if you're applying for carpentry, you'll be called by the carpentry course director, as in the brickwork or the P&D or whatever course and that you choose from, and they'll talk you through the course, explain it all. It's quite an informal sort of course, but as Stuart sort of like said, you know, it is about you selling yourself to the course director to get onto the course. All of our courses are so oversubscribed that just getting an interview and coming along does not mean that you're going to be on the course. You've really got to sell yourself and prove to us why this course is best suited to you.
Lovely, thanks Mark. And I've got one for Pam. Pam, you're out in the ether there. This is from Finn, and Finn says, do you help us get work experience or do I need to find my own? So if Pam's out there, perhaps Pam's our work placement officer and can give us an update on that. Good evening, Pam.
Hello there, everybody. Yes, I'm the work placement officer for the construction students. Yes, we do work with local employers. We have employers that come onto campus to talk to students about the construction industry. We have students going out on work placements with employers that the students might have found themselves or they have connections with already. Or we also have a bank of employers that we use from year to year. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for work placements, and we do encourage you to get those connections for the future. Always good on your CV in the future or for any apprenticeship interview. If you've got that work placement, that work experience, really good. So yes, we do encourage that, and we work closely with you as students and course directors.
Lovely, thanks Pam. Finn, I hope that answered your question. I've got an anonymous mummy out there, so good evening anonymous mummy. My son is dyslexic, how can college support his learning? Who'd like to field that one? Shall I go to David? I'll go to David.
Yeah, no worries. There's loads of support on offer, both on not just on plumbing courses, but it'll be for my colleagues in construction and electrical. Basically, you might have a scan or diagnostics coming in if you haven't already let us know on your application form, and then by the time you start, we can have support in place, and that might be with having a learning support assistance in class with you for certain areas, whether it be for reading or speaking and listening and stuff like that. It might also be that we might have certain software to help with your exams and bits and pieces like that, specifically because we're online. And it also could even mean that you get extended times for your exams. You might have a reader and a scribe, for instance, and stuff like that. But also, not just the PSTs, we have great support from the PSTs and LSAs, but also from all the team and all the staff. We want you to pass, we want you to enjoy your time at West Suffolk College on whatever course you're on. And if it means that we do colour paper for you, because it means that you can write and read better, we make adjustments like that, or even coloured overlays. Does that cover that, Debbie?
Lovely, thanks David. Right, we've got 5 more minutes or so, ladies and gents. Another anonymous question. And this is fielded at Mark. Mark, can you tell me more about what I would learn in the Anglian water course, please?
You're on mute, Mark.
We're good at that tonight.
Yeah, the Anglian water course is one of the things that we're really quite proud of at West Suffolk College. Anglian Water approached us looking for apprentices or people or any of our students and that you know might be suited for their apprenticeships, and we decided to put on a course. And what it basically is, it's a groundworking level 2 City and Guilds course that will take you through all site fencing, barriers, notifications, laying paths, laying tarmac, laying concrete, laying slabs, taking you into drainage and bits and pieces. So you get a qualification, you get a full level 2 qualification out of it. But at the end of that qualification, Anglian Water will guarantee you a assessment at their assessment centre for a full-time apprenticeship after completion of the course, if you were successful in going through their assessment procedures. It's an excellent course with fantastic job prospects and opportunities now at the end. We've got 8 students this year that have progressed through and gone on and took the apprenticeship. Some of those already have got cars delivered and vans delivered to them. They've been given mobile phones, laptops, and so much stuff. You know, they are just a fantastic employer, and it is such a worthwhile course if you're thinking about going into that sort of industry.
And I will second that. It is a great course, that.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, David. Right, last few minutes, I'm just going to whiz through these questions. What happens if I don't get my English or maths grades? Don't panic. Okay, you can resit your GCSE Maths and English alongside all of our courses. However, for the electrical technical, you do need to have your Maths GCSE grade before starting level 1. If you haven't got your Maths GCSE grade, then there's other courses that you can do with us before progressing on to the level 1 electrical technical whilst you reset your Maths. So please don't worry about that. Another anonymous Mummy here, do you work with local employers and do many get jobs with those after finishing? I'll come to Mark for that one. Do you work with local employers, Mark, and do many get jobs with those after finishing?
We work with so many local employers and that, and Pam does a fantastic job with the work experience and making those connections. We have lots of employers and that come into the college when they can come in. Giving us trade talks, looking at the students, looking at the type of students that we've got. That, you know, is a great resource that we have. We're having all of you there and the employers and that coming in, and just, you know, you're able to ask questions. You're able to promote yourselves. They're able to see how enthusiastic and that you are. We have a really good turnover on jobs and going into apprenticeships, especially within carpentry. We run normally 3 courses within carpentry with 20 people on each. And in the second year, we tend only to run 1 of those courses because 2 of those cohorts we've managed to find employment for. So, like I say, construction at the moment is very buoyant, and employers are out there and they are looking for staff, and they're going to be looking for more staff. And by having these excellent employer engagements that we do have, like I say, that Pam has brought up, your job prospects are really good at the end of your course.
Thanks, Mark. Another good question. Can I go straight in at level 3? Stewie, would you want to just add to Mark's answer there? Because I've just felt I've been interrupted before you actually spoke. So
no, I was just going to add to what Mark said there. We were the same. We had 2 groups of level 2s, and following those guys doing their work experience placements, we ended up with 1 group of level 3s because the rest of them all got apprenticeships. And that sort of moves me on to the next question about, can I start on a level 3? Simple answer really is no, not in my area or plumbing. The only time you'll start on level 3 directly is if you start as an apprentice. The level 3 course the apprenticeship course is level 3 from day 1, but you'll do that 1 day a week over 3 years. So which means you still cover exactly the same theory and practicals that we do with the full-timers at level 2 and level 3. From the electrical point of view, because we're very academic, very maths based, the level 3 science and maths that we tend to do is a sort of A level type maths. So we need to have that level 2 in place first as a foundation, and then we build on that at level 3.
Lovely, thanks, Stu. And I think we've got time for the last question for this evening. So thank you very much in advance for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Is David, one for you. What's the starting salary for a plumber?
It can vary really. If you have done your 4 years level 3 apprenticeship, obviously you're working for a company, depends on if they pay things like JIB rates of pay. But what I would say is your long-term salary will be comfortable. I would say that if you're good and you're neat and tidy and polite, you can earn a minimum of, say, 35 upwards. I often quote Charlie Mullins, OBE, who owns Pimlico Plumbers in London. You might have seen him on the news and on teleprograms. He runs a company, and basically for a fully qualified plumber with no gas, he will pay £2,000 a week. And if you have your gas and all your tickets, he will pay at the moment £2,800 a week. So you can earn some good money. And the same I will say while I'm on this, it goes across to electrical as well, and also to the construction trades. And I will just finish on this. With COVID and Brexit coming this way, construction and built environment is a great skill and career for a lifetime of skills. Will always be able to earn you a good living. Debbie.
Lovely. Thank you very much, David. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Stewie. Thank you, Pam. Thank you for my virtual people that have joined us this evening. I wish you all well. I wish you a safe journey to wherever you are at the moment, probably just going around from your living room to your bedroom, so don't trip up on the stair carpet. Please look after yourselves. We are here for you, so do get in touch, do visit the website. No question is too small or too silly for us. Take good care all, and good luck with your applications. If any of you need any help with that, we've got a whole team of staff that can help you with your application stage as well. So good night from us. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
You can hit end now, Zoe. Thank you.